Oh, this is how I'm drawing a beach scene with I'm doing these cliffs and stuff like that. As you can hear, there's some jazz music going on. I'm getting inspired by a video that it's got like ambience with it, you know, like or ambience, like they say. Just nature sounds and beach scene and everything. And I don't draw exactly what I see. I only bring in some elements, and you know, I just go wild with it while I'm listening to the music and relaxing scenery, and I get inspired by it. So, and I'm doing this entirely in pen, so it's just a matter of figuring out where I want to have everything. And yeah, here I'm gonna get some more cliff sides. So I'm gonna make the kind of like a shadowy thing that's gonna come up here. And get these thick jungle trees growing right on top. So gonna set up the environment. Some trees living up here. Lots and lots of trees. Big, thick forests on top of a bunch of crazy, jagged limestone cliffs. These islands are not regular islands. They're more of that tough, jagged stuff. So I know it might look a little funky, but I'm trying to hold everything with my phone with one hand and draw with the other. Something I'm not used to. I don't do all the time, but I am trying to find a tripod eventually that can just sort of bend in just the right direction to show me drawing, because I don't like to hold with one hand, hold the sketchbook with one hand, you know, but these are just, you know, I just draw by feeling, by imagination, and, you know, these are just layered cliffs, as you can see, coming up here, and I'm just gonna use my pen to gently shade in, create some shadows here, some of these smooth edges here. There we go. Something like that. A little bit of darker shadow here. And I'm gonna kind of go wild with that forest there. There are actually no palm trees in this image at all, but I like to put, you know, as you see, I put that one up there. And in the process, I'd be remiss if I don't put one right here. But just like that. Nice and wavy with all of its lovely spreading branches. Yeah, bring the whole little thing. It's going to be a coconut branch, so there's some coconuts underneath there. And doesn't want to be alone, so I'm going to bring him some companionship over here. Happy warm Sunday. Look at this. It's hard work, but it's definitely well worth the effort. Definitely love doing this work of art. I put another one here. Maybe not as tall, but a little bit broader. You go. And I'm gonna pull in some shading in the trees, just as I feel would be the best to show that there are multiple trees around here. And they just kind of blend with each other in many ways. I'm gonna come out here and do some more shading. Just like that. You're drawing everything in pen, like just a regular pen. I mean, there's nothing much to this except the artwork that's going into it. You can do with just any tool. But as in pencil, so in pen, it's the same core principle that the harder you press on the pen, see if I want to have a thick shadow here, I'm going to press quite hard on the pen. And then I'm going to press a lot less intensely to create these more gentle shadows like here, you know, and I'm just going to do some kind of gradation shading underneath. But wherever I want things to pop out at me, that's where I'm going to go for more intense shading. And the rest is just going to be some light to moderate pressure on the pen. That. I have some gnarly branches in here. Right, growing some of that green stuff that likes to grow sometimes. Something like that. It's a talent I have been given. God gave me this, and I started doing drawings since I was 4 years old. I'd get these intuitive feelings about what it used to be like in Bible times, and I was in church, and I just started drawing what I was hearing in the sermons about the Bible stories. I'm like, well, what do these houses look like? What do you know? And it's like, oh yeah, you know, this is what things used to look like in ancient Persia, ancient Israel, especially ancient Israel. You know, with all the Bible stories that happened in these different countries, ancient Egypt. You know, I've always had a lot of intense connections to ancient Egypt. You say your DNA remembers things, you know. I've long before I realized that my bloodline is connected to, like directly related to the ancient Egyptians. It's through Joseph of Egypt, through his wife Asenath. I have Egyptian bloodline, so not modern, but ancient, especially, and well, some modern Egyptians still have that, but that connection. But yeah, I've just always felt this bond with ancient Egypt, and even the hieroglyphics just seem to be like, wow, why does that art make sense? Like something inside of me just understands it. Like my mind might not know exactly what it's talking about, like what these signs are, and like I don't know the actual language in my mind, but something in my spirit just remembers that, you know, because my ancestors were there for so long. And you know, Asenath was an Egyptian wife of, you know, she was the one wife of Joseph, and she was Egyptian, full-blooded Egyptian, you know. And Joseph learned the hieroglyphics, learned language, you know, like, so for like over 400 years, my ancestors knew ancient Egyptian, and they were connected to that. They were connected to the art, the history, the religion, like everything. Everything's all interconnected, and different aspects of truth exist in different places, and ancient Egypt is no difference there. I'm just gonna make some more waves over here, and see. I'm just gonna make this staggered water. Connect the ocean right there. Just a gentle, loving, awesome experience. That's all that matters, really. Just creating art, putting it out there. I'm gonna put some more shadow here in between where the waves are, where the waves hit they're gentle waves, so they don't like crash, so you don't see the white stuff over here. But here there is a wave crash, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shade up, because I'm not doing this in pencil. I can't erase anything. When I do this in pure pen, I just put in everything else the way it would be. And I just go by the feel of it. It's just I'm feeling like, you know, what I really would want to see in this environment. And a few stalagmites, stalactites up in here on the front part. Here we go. Wow. Now, this is not easy to do, but it's just such a big part of me, and as I do this, my talent grows. It's a parable to talents, you know, like if you're not Christian, I understand that, but you know, there's like I mean, just in, I think essentially in every religious or even like sociological understanding, for depending on what your worldview is how you view the use of talent, but the principle is essentially the same no matter what angle you look at it. If you have a talent in something and you don't use it, it goes away, you know, like, but if you use talent, it's like even neuroscience because study this, like it, you know, you just get better at what you keep doing over and over again. So it's just a matter of practice and repeating it and stretching yourself, doing things like you've never done before, you know. I mean, this is the type of scenery I haven't quite done before, not in this way. So, you know, I haven't really explored this type of, you know, Vietnam style. Like, there's Vietnam and there's an ad. Yeah. Typical with YouTube. You're gonna get some ads on the multiples. Huh. Oh, they made a new movie with Mufasa. Look at that. Okay, back to the regular. I was able to skip the ad. There we go. After a little bit, they let you skip, which is a good thing. Some of them don't let you skip, but those ones are short. Like super short. I'm going to do some more waves here. Let's bring some more. That's another part that I... It's kind of like my thing though, like it, I guess a lot of people wouldn't be thinking so much about these little entrances, these little areas, but whenever I do whenever I draw in a notebook style thing, sketchbook, and it's got all this binder stuff, like I'm just like, well, why not use that? Like if that's part of my scenery, I'm gonna use it. It's just part of how I do things. I'm just super detailed on stuff like this. Yeah, a happy sea right here. Lovely waves. It's a relatively calm sea, but it's a little breezy, so you know, get quite a few waves in here, which is good. Making some waves. It's always a good thing. I mean, in art, even violent waves look exciting. And out here, I'm going to make the sea go a little further out. Shade some of these areas. Just a gentle shading. And I'm gonna kind of look I think these little dots here would be like the sparkles in the sun. Yeah, the sunlight as it's hitting It sparkles in a nice sunny day. Look at this. It's beautiful. Lots of great opportunities in art. And I just go wild with it. I let the feeling take over me as to what I'm working on. Letting that flow of the jazz music, the rhythms go. Yep. I'll give some more detail in here. Not as much, just because okay, let's go for out here. Definitely want some more shades. More shading in thick forest here. Listen to those waves, smell the sea. Relaxing. Beach day. Look at this. I'm gonna put some clouds in here. Nice fluffy clouds. No major sign of storm, at least not just yet. Just a nice quiet day, just like my weather is right now. Nice, quiet, gentle, easy going weather. And it's just the background of the sky and a few stratus clouds, you know. Just some of that gentle stuff. Because I'd rather not have quite the completely empty sky, you know. I mean, if there's not a cloud in the sky, even then I'd want to put some more stuff, but it's just nice. I mean, it's the beach. What do you expect? It's gonna be something interesting. Now let's add some Baruch couples. That's here. Sky with a lot of interesting stuff going on. A little extra wing in here. Let's make this active. And watch what I do. I'm about to add a little sailboat in there. Far out in the distance. Sailing joyfully Let's pronounce that a little bit more. We get some cloud cover coming in. Maybe a little bit of rain, nothing too crazy just yet. However, that might develop into a thunderstorm. Oh, how do we do it? Watch this. Behind all of those fluffy stratus clouds, right around all that. I'm gonna play with the idea of a there's like some clouds that are in the foreground, and this cloud is way out in the background. It's starting to look like a thunderhead. Okay. A little bit of shading in here. A little bit of shading here. Look at that. And there you have it. And now let's be signing my name here. There you go. And the date. 25 May. I just like to decorate it like this, and well, this is essentially the finished product. And watch where I got inspired from. See, this is my inspiration for it, and most of the time I'm not even looking up at that. See, quite a few differences between that and this. That's the freedom of art. You get inspired by something, it prompts you to get something going, and then you just take it from there, you know? Simple stuff. When it comes stuff that's not so simple is the actual setup of it. So the actual work that you have to put in. So anyways, enjoy your beach day. Have a wonderful Sunday. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.